running, riding bike, and he's also into nature photography. His passion is to preserve nature. He has been riding an electric car for the past 7 years, and he maintains agaralake.org. So let's welcome Toastmaster Jayakrishnan for his ACS3 speech, The Best at the Last. The best at the last, Jayakrishnan.
The story I am going to tell you happened in the village Thak of the mountain ranges of Himalayas of the district of Kumaon and Garhwal. It happened in the pre-independence era, 1938 winter to be exact. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. The central character of my story, or one of the central character of my story, is Chameli, a small girl, recently married to Chaman, and they are having a whale of a time, ebullient, together, honeymoon time in the village. One day Chameli went to collect firewood, and she was supposed to reach for lunch, but she did not reach for lunch, and Chandan was very much concerned. She did not reach even late in the evening. Which Indian husband would tolerate his wife not being at home during honeymoon? Dark suspicions and thoughts crossed his mind. Did Chameli have an affair before their wedding? Did she elope with her secret lover? By midnight, Chandan was in towering rage. He decided that next day morning, come whatever, he is going to follow the absconding couple, stab both of them to death, and kill himself. The honorable solution to the dishonor which has befallen on him, or else the entire village is going to mock at this jilted husband. Next day morning, with the help of a few villagers, Chandan reached the very place Chameli was last found collecting firewood. The puzzle was soon resolved. First they found scattered firewood all over, as if there was a tussle. Then they found the sari of Chameli, which she was wearing that day, a few yards ahead, with blood stains. They followed the blood trails right into the forest, and 300 yards from there, they found the body of Chameli, or what was left in the body of Chameli. A macabre, grotesque, bizarre sight any husband would not like to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, Chameli was just one victim of the man-eating tigress which roamed the village of Thak and the district of Kumaon. Jim Corbett was having a life of retirement. After 32 years of chasing man-eating tigers and killing them, he was having a retirement, a much-deserved retirement. But he received a fervent, frantic call from the village administration, the district administration. He couldn't say no to it. He accepted. He said, yes, I will reach the village of Thak and shoot the tigress. But I will do that. I'll try that for just 30 days. If I don't get her in 30 days, I will come back. I will be back to my residence in Nainital. Corbett reached Thak. By then there were few more killings. The entire village was deserted. But for 30 days, he couldn't even lay sight on the tigress. And in fact, he had evidence that the tigress is stalking him around his tent during these 30 days. And finally, the last day, it was about 4 p.m., Corbett gave up. For the first time in his 32 years, he is giving up on a mission. Then came a growl from across the valley, from the forest. From his years and decades of experience, Corbett could make out that it is the mating call of a tigress. The modus operandi of chasing and killing tigers and leopards, man-eating tigers and leopards, is that of an ambush. Whenever there is a kill reported, the hunter would go, take a position, and lie and be motionless, just like a Toastmaster audience. Hours together, days together, looking for a shot. Because these tigers would come back for a second, third, or a fourth meal, depending upon how big the kill is. But in the case of the tigress of Thag, that was not happening, and Corbett couldn't explain the behavior of the tigress till the last day. He was giving up. He was just untying the goat, and that is when the sound came. Now he needs to make a quick decision. He has two choices to make. He can abandon the mission, leaving the more villagers' life at risk, or he can attempt to go inside the jungle and try to take a shot in the night, which is like suicide. Because cats and tigers can see in the night, but not humans. But I don't know if Jim Corbett was a Toastmaster or not. He decided a third option. He decided to use voice modulation. He cupped his hand like this and take a full breath into his lungs and replied to the call of the tigress. Back came the reply. Call answered call. And it went on for a few minutes. And it was quite obvious that the tigress call was getting louder and louder, meaning she is approaching the source of the call, going to join her potential mate. It was the dying moments of evening, the last minutes of daylight. Now Corbett has to take a quick decision, or else he'll be exposed to the coming tigress. He quickly found a rock ridge and hid behind with the search partner. I'll go there. And from there, he had the most agonizing minutes of his career. He waited for the tigress to appear. In a few minutes, the tigress came right at the location where Corbett made the first calls. And from there, he listened to the most nerve-chilling roar of a tigress at close range. And finally, he gave the last call from there to attract the tigress further close to him. And he rose up, gave a full view to the tigress. And she knows that she is deceived. The mating call turned to that of an anger. Just picture this. At one side, a lowlorn, angry tigress, man-eating tigress, who is just deceived by a man at the other side, and from a race which she despised, both of them looking eye to eye for the first time a few feet apart. How many of you want to be in that situation? Megla? Only one of them would be alive in a few minutes. Who would that be? One split second of dithering or shivering means instant death. You can only take one shot. There's only time for one shot. I leave it to your imagination who was alive, who survived those moments. But I'll give you a clue that these very moments were written by Jim Corbett in this book, in the last chapter, famous book. The last chapter devotes to this particular incident, tigress of Thar.
So thank you, Jay Krishnan. That was an amazing speech. So now it's time for